What's going on, guys? Again, an apology for not posting up many videos lately, but today we're going to be waxing the Rustoleum paint job. We're going to be using Meguiars Ultimate Liquid Wax. It's like 20 bucks, I think. Very easy to use. Not my favorite wax, but it's what I have. I like the synthetic 2.0 tech wax. Comes in like a big old purple container. Comes with this pad right here. This doesn't come with that, it's just the actual bottle itself. Start by shaking up the bottle real well. I'm going to be waxing the car, but pretty much only showing you how to do a part of it. This is going to be done by hand. I do have a buffer, but not everybody does. DIY means do it yourself, not with a buffer. Well, I guess you could, but you're going to apply, some wax. Not too much, just enough to get your pad moist or whatever. If you have a pad like this, you can use the pad like this. If you don't, you can use a just a microfiber rag. What you're gonna need is the wax, this applicator pad. They're like maybe $1 at the AutoZone, and some microfibers to wipe off. So I just smear it across the panel, right, and then start rubbing it in small circles. Get a thick, even layer. All over that panel. And a lot of people say go in back and forth motions, don't do circular or you'll leave streaks, whatever. That's a lie. Doesn't matter. You can go back and forth, you can go in circular motions. It's just easy for me to do in circular motions. Plus, what does everybody know about wax? Wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi. Right? Alright, so once you're done covering that panel, you're going to give it about 5 minutes to dry. You'll be able to tell if it's ready. If called the finger test or the finger swipe test. This doesn't really dry as well as the other waxes I've seen. The synthetic 2.0 tech wax, like 5 minutes and it's dry and you can just buff it off like nothing, like if it was just dust on top of the panel. But what I'm going to do here, if you can see, is just take my finger and swipe it across, and if there's no residue left over on that streak, then that means it's ready to come off. So once you've given that those 3 to 5 minutes to dry, just do that finger swipe test, comes clean off, and you know you're ready to take a microfiber, folded in 1, 2 folds. This one's an extra large one, so you could even fold it over one more time, but no need. And just wipe that right off, wipe it clean. No streaks, leave behind no wax. This particular one does not turn white, like a lot of the other waxes. It doesn't turn white on, not unlike a lot of other waxes. It doesn't turn white when it's on plastic or anything like that, so it's pretty safe around your trim. And I'll show you guys if you have a little bit of like swirls or left behind, because the longer you leave it, the more it dries and the harder it is to get off. So it's really important that you don't do it in the sun. Preferably a cool, a cool day, and also not letting it take, if you leave it on there for 20 minutes, it's going to be 20 times as hard to get off. So 3 to 5 is the secret. Not really a secret because it's on the bottle, but that's really where the magic's at. I've done the hood and the fender, and as you can tell, it's looking pretty grand there. So if you have any kind of residue left over, you can always take some spray wax. I'm gonna go get that real quick. You can always take some spray wax. I have a quick detailer right here. This is what I use, just like kind of like a speed wax, just like on a normal detail. They're not paying for like the expensive stuff. This is like $25 for this whole gallon, and I've done like maybe 5 cars and I've only used that. So I have it here in a bottle. You can buy these at like Walmart or whatever. They're like $3. You just spray it on. This one, there's no rubbing or anything like that involved, as long as you got a clean vehicle to start off with. Check that out. You can get off all the residue from the dry wax if it's too hard to get off. If you left it on there too long, something like that. And that's just an amazing shine. And it just adds another layer of protection to your paint. Especially when you got this rustoleum paint. It doesn't really have the UV protection that expensive paints have. So, you know, that's why a lot of people complain that it fades, you know, quicker. The color, that is. And most people don't really take care of their cars in general. That's why it fades to start off with. But, you know, if you're starting off with a bad foundation, then you can only go, you know, you can only do so much to help protect that paint. But if you don't do it, then, you know, you can't expect it to last. Just like with any type of spray job, paint job, whatever. So, this has been Roy with DIY Nation showing you how to wax your vehicle. I got a pretty good while to go, but basically just repeat the process. Be careful around your door jambs and stuff like that, because it's really easy to get wax in there and not so easy to get it out, and that will dry up and, you know, leave white residue, white crust. Does not look good. So if you're doing it by hand, a lot easier, because like I said, you're doing it by hand and you don't have a machine just going every which way. But if you're using a machine, it's always good to have one of those little applicators to get in spots where the machine can't get to. The machine being like a buffer with a foam pad. Make sure you wash your car beforehand. Make sure it's not covered in sand or dust before you do this, because you're rubbing that wax in. If there's sand and dust and rocks, dirt, whatever under what you're scrubbing, then best believe that you're going to scratch your paint. But just wash beforehand, and your rustoleum paint job here will be looking just as beautiful, deep, glossy, and shiny as mine. Always thank you guys for watching my videos. Comment, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, questions, any videos you want me to make, let me know. Just giving y'all a quick walk around of the finished product here. I think we're going to be refinishing some headlights soon. But as you can see, very good outcome here. This has been Roy with DIY Nation. Thank you guys.